Over the past year, I've been struggling with decisions. And it's not something very serious. It's something most of us face quite often. It's the feeling of not wanting to waste your time by doing something you may not enjoy to the fullest during your free time. A fear of the sorts. You see, with the internet growing with more and more content every day, as well as the film, gaming, and music industries growing ever larger by the day, there are just too many things to choose from. And with so many options on the table, I often find myself struggling to choose. I struggle so much, in fact, that I often spend more time deciding than actually doing something. And it doesn't help if something distracts me during my decision time. And these days, everything can be a distraction. The mobile phone is the guilty part most of the time. I just can't stop myself looking at the notifications on my mobile phone all the time. And then often stay on it for way longer than I should have, probably scrolling through Reddit or Twitter. And at the end of the day, most of that information you get on your phone is pretty useless. Entertaining for a few moments, but you'll often forget all about it almost immediately. And when you have a lot of hobbies, stuff like that can take really valuable time you could rather be spending on nurturing those. I have a lot of hobbies that I'm really passionate about. Unsurprisingly, I'm very passionate about gaming, especially playing long single-player games. But with so many fun live services, I often don't pursue a new single-player game, when I can just queue a game of CSGO or Rocket League or something similar, at least for an hour or two a day. Not to mention, in the past few years, I've got addicted to a card game, Gwent, which is a standalone version of the minigame from my favorite game, The Witcher 3. I've made it my goal this year to be in the top 500 players in the world every season, which lasts a month, which obviously takes a lot of grinding and a chunk of my time a day. Why did I put that goal beside me? Because the top 500 players each season don't derank. So the way I see it, I'm actually saving time by not grinding through the ranks each season. Not to mention that I really like to compete, and I take part in many community tournaments that can last up to 12 hours. I also really like watching anime. It's a passion I discovered just 5 years ago. With so much of my time dedicated to gaming, I've struggled to really watch that many shows. I watched less than last year or the year before, which I regret. Since I really don't want to waste my time by watching something I won't enjoy to the fullest, I often find myself deciding on what next to watch for at least an hour. In that time, I could have already watched 3 episodes of any anime I chose. I have another passion. You can call it a hobby, but it's also my profession. I'm a programmer, and as many of us programmers do, I like to create my own projects at home too. Now here's the problem. Thinking about programming stuff is always fun. Actually programming the thing can either be a great time or a very frustrating one if you're stuck on something. Since this is your free time, you feel like you're wasting it by being frustrated when you could be doing something more fun or relaxing instead. But then again, you do have an excuse, and this is more productive than playing a game or watching something. And now, onto my last hobby that I really want to accommodate more time to. I like editing videos, making ideas into reality, and writing scripts for them. I actually made a decision to fully stop making videos somewhere at the beginning of the year, to accommodate more time to my other hobbies. Because thinking of an idea for a good video has always been tough for me, especially because I'm putting a high quality standard for my videos, at least in my head. I'm sure that many of my videos I've made in the past are quite lacking in quality. It's not healthy when some videos that you put a lot of effort and thought into, like this one, don't do that well at all, especially in comparison to some low effort video that gets thousands of views just because it suits the algorithm more. But that's a different issue. I truly want to revert the decision I've made early in the year and start making videos again because I've truly missed it. A process of editing, writing, thinking of an idea, trying to get as many people to click on it, and making a good thumbnail can take up to 3 whole days sometimes. at least if you have a very short attention span like I do. My mind just drifts away thinking about other fun stuff I could be doing at the time. Here, just as I'm writing this line, a friend is calling me to play a few matches of CSGO with him. I decline because I'm inspired to write this script right now and not later. I've already scrapped one video this week because of the lack of inspiration after leaving the script unfinished. The video in question was supposed to be suggestions for pieces of media similar to the wildly popular Squid Game. Since I really like killing games, I really wanted to tell my thoughts about the things that are similar and very much worth the watch, or rather game, as I would also recommend games. My inspiration faltered because of a few things. When doing research for the video, I discovered a lot of killing game shows and movies that I haven't watched that are supposedly very good. And I thought to myself, how can I make a definitive recommendation list if I haven't researched all that? If I were to research all that, that would take a long time, in which the topic would eventually get cold. At this point of the script, I have no clue if I've gone too far off topic on the subject at hand, if anyone will understand any of the stuff I'm rambling about, or if anyone at all will even find and watch this video. It's easy to get many views on my lists of free games videos. It's also pretty easy to get views on a review of a newly released game. But of a video titled like this one? I don't have a reputation of making discussion videos, analytical videos or thought-provoking ones, even though I did make a few here and there. So it's only natural that most of my subscribers won't expect this type of video from me or be interested in what I have to say. But none of that matters, as I have decided that I will make this video a reality. I was contemplating playing my modded Skyrim playthrough at this time instead. I could have watched Vinland Saga, that I've started just 2 days ago, or start queuing Gwent to further secure my ranking for the month. But I've decided to write a script for this, probably low performing video, because I've really wanted to create a video this weekend, and I wasn't satisfied with the previous video idea that I've talked about. Just 30 minutes ago, the idea of this video got stuck in my mind, and with my inspiration flowing, I know I mustn't stop writing my thoughts. I pressed play on Leo Mai's album VLP on Spotify because I struggle to do anything productive with the silence around me, and an album like that, one which is pretty chill, makes me focus more easily. Hence I've mentioned it as a simple example, so you could perhaps get a better feeling about what I'm talking about. I've picked up my phone at least 3 times in the process of writing this, but decided not to unlock it, throwing it on my bed the 3rd time not to pose as a distraction. Will I be satisfied listening back to this video while editing, or reading through these lines while I'm recording my voice? I can't know that at the time of writing this, but what I do know is that I should strive to have no regrets about typing all this and making it public. To conclude this video, I'd like to pose a few questions. What to you is the definition of productivity? Should you even be productive in your free time? And if so, how much time should you accommodate to it? For me, I feel productive when programming or making videos, but also if I'm gaining a new experience that I really enjoy, be it from playing a masterpiece video game or by watching a good movie. Even being competitive in a multiplayer game, I feel is productive, as you get your important daily dose of adrenaline. What I find is not productive is losing a lot in them though, so in those moments I often find myself asking, what am I even doing with my life? The question that I posed myself at least 6 times this weekend alone, while trying to think of a video idea or contemplating about what I should play next when I could have just played something in that period. All of us should strive to make the decision making in our free time quicker, to try to get as many things done as possible, but also not be scared of wasting our time, but are quickly jumping onto the next thing if the idea of our current time being wasted comes into our minds without giving too much thought. I have to work on that, and I'm sure a lot of you struggle with similar issues. Do I have a definitive answer as to how to do that? No, I don't. I wouldn't have rambled for this long if I did. This week I've started some home workout as well, through an app so that I don't neglect the body needs while only concentrating on improving my mind satisfaction. I've completed my workout tasks every day of the week, and if I organize my other free time activities just as well, I could in the end save a lot of time on decision making. This video I want to mark the start of that journey for myself, but also I hope I can inspire others to try to work out the solutions that work for them when facing these or very similar issues. I hope I haven't taken too much of your time if you decided to watch through this whole video. If it got you thinking at least a bit, I would consider it productive. Also, just to make sure I'm not misunderstood, I haven't talked about spending time with your friends and family during the free time, as I don't consider that free time, but a responsibility not only to the people you love, but yourself as well, as they're crucial in having good mental health. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll see more and more of my videos very soon.